The next chapter that we have to study is about the chapter 5, emerging modes of business. Okay. So we know that there are different ways in which the business can be operated. Okay. So that is called as the emerging modes of business. The way business is done has undergone fundamental changes during the last decade or so. The manner of conducting business is referred to as the mode of business. The mode of business means that the manner of conducting the business, how the business is being performed, okay, or the way in which the business is performed. That is called the mode of business. Okay. The prefix emerging underlines the fact that these changes are happening here and now, and that these trends are likely to continue. In fact, if one were to list the three strongest trends that are shaping business, these would be digitization, the conversion of text, sound, images, video and other content into a series of ones and zeros that can be transmitted electronically. So in the last 10 years time, okay, we can say that so much amount of like emerging means the newness, we can say. So there are some new ways of doing business. That is the meaning of emerging modes of business. There are so many newness which is coming up. Emerging means to come up with a lot amount of newness. Okay. So here we can say that in the last 10 years, the way is like if you consider, when you consider from the long back, we can say that earlier the first form of business is considered as the barter system. So you might have studied in history about the barter system. The goods were transmitted for goods. Okay. So if I have some like wheat, I will give this wheat to somebody and I will purchase some onion or potato or something like that. So that was the first way of transaction done. Then after that there was like a money came into existence. Okay, and money was in the form of like coins. So like gold coins were there, silver coins, bronze coins, like that there were coins used. So that is called as metal money. This metal money was used and the transactions was made with the help of this metal money. Like if you want to purchase some land, you give some 10 or 100 gold coins. So such a way the business was done. After that there was a new method, because like after the amount changed and the amount requirement of money was so much high, and that much amount of gold or that much amount of metals were not there. Okay. And also it is very difficult to carry, like if you are keeping one like 100 gold coins in your pocket, and anybody can easily steal it and go, and it is very difficult to transport, so it is not that easy that you can or storing of this also at home. If you are keeping gold coins there, then anybody can steal and go, so there is a risk factor is more in that. So then after that, or also is that like we have to carry this one, then it will be so much heavy and very difficult to carry. If you imagine that if you are having 1,000 rupees of coins of 1 rupee each, okay, 1 rupee coins of 1,000 rupees. So this 1,000 rupees is there, then it will be some 2-3 kilograms of coins will be there. And if you want to put it in the pocket and go, it will be very much difficult. But if you are having like 200 rupees note is there, you put it in the pocket, very easy to do. So in order to make it easy, the next form of business or the money came is that called as the paper money. Okay. So money came in the form of paper, the currency notes came into existence. So that became very much easier for the people to make the transactions. But that also was not that much easy, because like if you want to carry big amount of money, that also is difficult, and also the chance of stealing this money is very much there. If you are having some money in your pocket and if you are going, somebody will kill you and take this money and go. So attack people if you are having money like that. So then after that, in order to make the transactions easier, another way of money came is called as the plastic money. Okay, so like ATM cards are there, or nowadays you can find that there are so many cards are there. You are having debit cards are there, credit cards are there, or ATM cards, so many cards are there, plastic money. Okay, that is somewhat going on smoothly, but that is also finding a little bit difficulty, so people started using more amount of digital money. Now the money is mostly used is digital money. So if you want to send some money to you, you can say Google Pay. So no, you send it in Google Pay, you say Paytm, you say Phone Pay. There are so many applications available, and you can. There is no need of I and you. If I have to give this money to you, I need not to transfer anything. Only that, just like sending one message, I can send this money to that person. Isn't it? So it is very much easy, very convenient. And if you are having 100 crore rupees with you, that also you can carry. It is just there in your mobile. And until and unless the another person is unable to find out your mobile number or your mobile access or your passwords and so on, anybody cannot steal this money. Okay. So it is a very secured way of making transactions. So in the future there may be some other sources of money also will be coming up. Okay, but at present these many sources of transactions are there. And now this is in this last 10 years time, if you consider the people or the way of like digitizing processes is there. Okay, digitization is a very important aspect. Like earlier people used to, like when I was small and all, when we were there, like if you want to take a photo, we used to go to the studio, we take the photo, we get the printout, and we keep it and we frame it and keep it in at our house and all. So or we used to keep like a marriage and all. At the time of marriage, they take they will come and take photos and take printout and paste it and they make album and keep it. So somebody comes, then we show this album. So that was the system used earlier. But now these systems has been over. Now nobody is going. It's like some passport size photos and all. If you require, then only we take printout. Otherwise, you are having mobile phone. Any mobile phone is having camera, and you can take hundreds of photos and store it any shape, any style, any type, any way you can make it. And you can, after taking the photo, you can make any type of editing. You can make a look of Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan, like that. Anyhow, you can make it. So all the changes are possible. If a black person is there, you can make him white, and if white person is there, you can make black. Whatever things are possible, you can do it. If you have mustache, you can remove it. If you don't have mustache, you can keep it. So many type of works are done. Isn't it? So it becomes very much easier. So much these ones are there. Okay. Earlier also, like if you want like even like the train tickets and all. So earlier people, if you have to take a print out of that and you have to submit it. Now you can just show it in the mobile phone. You can just show the print copy of that one. You can show it. That is enough. And this one also, like if you are going in the plane, then also you can just show this one. There is no any paper required, and it's only digital things are there. Photos, videos, anything can be made in the form of digital forms. Okay. So digital in the sense that it is stored in the form of zeros and ones. Okay. So in computer and all, you might have studied how the things are there. So there are only two signals used there, that is 0 and 1. Two numbers used in digital transactions. It means just mean that on and off. Okay. So if like if it is to be represented as 1, then there is a light is on. And if this 0, just mean that light is off. That's all. Okay. If you are having a switch, if the switch is on, it means 1. If the switch is off, it means 0. Okay. So there are like you are having, like if you might have seen like memory card. Chip is there. So a chip is of a very small size, this much size chip is there. But that chip is having maybe like a 8 GB. 8 GB size or a 16 GB size. Okay, 32 GB size, 64. All these sizes there. So 2 GB onwards it starts with 2, 4, 8, multiples of like that it is coming. Okay, you can have plenty of storage. This much small chip is there, but in that this much amount of storage is there. Okay, this GB you have already studied about this one. Studied this one. GB is called 1024, I think. 1024 MB. And this is again 1 GB. 1 GB.
For 1 GB.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
And 1 MB is equal to same like 1024 MB. And 1 KB is equal to there are 8 it's like 1 GB is equal to 1024 into 1024 into 1024 into 8. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 processors. So 1 GB is equal to this much big number. This many bytes are there. 1 GB. And one memory card of this much size is having 8 GB, 32 GB like that. So if it is of 8 GB, then again it will be multiplied into 8. That much big number of so that many lights, like a very very minute, you cannot see also. You can just imagine this much small micro SD card is there. In that this many number of spaces are there. So you can imagine how much will be small, how much small that is. Okay. So it is stored in the form of zeros and ones. Okay. All these things you need not to study. Just I told you. So only thing that you have to study is that zeros and ones. See, like imagine that if you want to store the data, there are 8 bits are there. 8 like cells like. Okay, and if you want to represent this, then this will be on and remaining things will be off. So it means that 1 is represented. If you want to do 2 is equal to, it will become 1 0, that is 2. Okay, so this will be 0 and this will be coming here. So such a way it is represented. Okay, you do not worry about all these things. You just have to say to it that the data is stored in the form of zeros and ones. That's all. Okay. So this much amount of data are there, or anything can be stored in the form of digital things, like if you can, like photos are there, or videos are there, or musics are there, songs or video recordings or audio recordings. Whatever things possible can be stored in the form of digital ways. And another important thing is called as outsourcing and internationalization and globalization. You will read about international business in chapter 11. In this chapter, we will be familiarizing you with the first two developments, digitization and of business, also referred to as electronic business, and business process outsourcing. Before we do so, a brief discussion about the factors responsible for these two new modes of business would be in order. So like we are studying, like there are 3 things that we have to study. First one is called, as I told you, is about digitization. Second one is called as outsourcing. Okay, outsourcing, business process outsourcing, BPOs. You might have heard about this one, isn't it? So BPOs are there, as well as the third one is called as the international business or globalization. Okay, so this globalization we will study in the chapter 11, and the remaining 2 things we are going to study in this chapter. Before that, we are going to familiarize about what these things or how this came into existence. Like the newer modes of business are not new business; these are rather simply the new ways of doing business attributable to a manner of facts. You are aware that business as an activity is aimed at creating utilities or value in the form of goods and services which the household and industrial buyers purchase for meeting their needs and wants. In an effort to improve the business process, be it purchase and production, marketing, finance, or human resource, business managers and business thinkers keep evolving newer and better ways of doing things. Business firms have to strengthen their capabilities of creating utilities and delivering value to successfully meet the competitive pressures and ever-growing demands of customers for better quality, lower prices, speedier deliveries, and better customer care. Besides, the quest for benefiting from emerging technologies means that business as an activity keep evolving. So then I see like that the business is the process of first understanding the requirements of people. So business will be to understand. First we have to understand what you need. Okay, needs and wants of the customers has to be understand, and we have to make products and make it available to the customers which satisfies these needs and wants. So people are having different needs, different wants. Like it is the time of winter, so we are in need of like we feel cold and we need to have something to protect us. So now in this season, see like the demand for winter clothes will start increasing. Demand for room heaters will start increasing. So many other such type of products will be increasing. So there is a huge demand. So people are in need of these products, and the companies are making these products, making it available in our market itself. So there is products available and we purchase this product. If these products are not available, then we may not be able to purchase it. If you have to go to Delhi for purchasing a blanket, or if you purchase a jacket, you may not go there. So you will adjust with what you are having at your home or the things that you are having. It is available in Haria market, or even maximum you have to go to Faisabad or Basti. With that you will get plenty of things. So you can get it there. Do you understand? Every year you will find that there are new products are coming. New designs are there, new styles are there. So much varieties of products are coming. So if you are selling the last year's same product this year also, people may not be much demanding. So new fashions will be there, new styles will be there. So all these newness will be. And there are also some new methods of selling the products. See, like now we can say that there was a lockdown situation. So there was a lockdown, and people, almost all the business was in like stuck. So there was a situation. So at that time, there are some companies, they made so much amount of profit, like this Amazon and so on. So those people, those who are delivering the product online. So earlier people were not using much amount of this type of things, like home delivery systems, or even our companies in here in the Haria market itself started giving home deliveries. So like we were there, we are here, living here. If what amount of whatever things, grocery items are there, that we give order, they will bring and give it near to our gate. So we have to just not need to go to the market. Every day will bring and they bring it here, and we can purchase this. Okay, and just some 50 rupees or 100 rupees we can just give us additional delivery charges they may be charging. Other than that, there are no any issues. So earlier we were not doing this one. We never thought of such kind of businesses. So like going to the market is a kind of a pleasure trip. Like people are just like that. Evening, if some people are there, those who evening, if you are not going to market, then you will not feel happy. That day is not complete. So we don't feel happy, and you go in some tea shop there, sit there and have one tea and all, then we will feel so much relaxed. So much happiness will be there. But now there was a situation that such type of things are not possible. So then we have to started people, the lifestyle of the people started changing. So you might not have never imagined that you are sitting in a classroom with wearing a mask, or a teacher is standing in front of you and wearing a mask and teaching. So this is, we have never thought of these things. But now we are in need of this. So different situations comes, and that forces us to do. This mask was not like mask was available in the market, but people were not purchasing it, or nobody was using. If somebody is having some serious sicknesses like some asthma or some sicknesses were there, only those people were using the mask. But now it became very much compulsory. Everybody started using it. So there was so there are different needs of the customers, and depending on the needs of the customers, the different type of products. Now you can say like face is visible on the transparent mask is coming now, and picture of some people are displayed there. So many type of masks are also coming. And also like branded masks and all are there, Adidas, Nike, Reebok, all these masks and all are coming. So many type of varieties of products are coming. Okay, next topic that we have to study is about the e-business. If the term business is taken to mean a wide range of activities comprising industry, trade and commerce, e-business may be defined as the conduct of industry, trade and commerce using the computer network. So you can underline that. What is e-business? E-business may be defined as the conduct of industry, trade and commerce using the computer network. So simply means that e-business means that conducting of business with the help of computer networks. Okay, so there are three activities included there: industry and industry, trade, and commerce. These three activities are included in the business. So we can say all the business activities are done with the help of internet or electronic means. So that means the e-business. The network you are most familiar with as a student or consumer is the internet. Whereas internet is a public through way firms use more private and hence more secure network for more effective and efficient management of their internal functions. So see like if you say just in network, we say network of computers. That doesn't mean that internet. Okay. Internet is also used, but not only internet. There are also so many other ways of networking also is there. Like see, like inside our school itself, we are having a network. Okay, so we have a network like all the computer systems are interconnected, or you can say like these cameras are there. All this networking is there. So within inside our campus, and this data cannot be received from anywhere outside. Okay, internet means that. It is a very public area. So like if I make this video and publish it in YouTube, anybody from anywhere in the world can see that. So it is a public source, public thing. And some like if any for us there is no any issue that if a class is there, if a person from America is watching my class, I am not having any problem. I am very much happy. Nobody is going to watch that, or our students are also not watching. Then nobody others are not going to watch. But there are still like if a business transactions are there or things are there, that is public. If anybody is seeing from outside, it will be very much a loss will be there. So they use so much a private amount of networking systems within the organization itself. They will be able to use it. So some are depending on the type of business that they are doing. They will be using either internet or any other networking. Only thing you have to understand is that it is not just internet itself, but it is including all the private networkings also, all type of network. In the private also, as well as internet also will be there. Okay. Some companies will be using their own internet. Like if you want to consider like this Punjab National Bank. So if you consider like their own bank is there, so they are not dealing with the public networking. So they have their own banking networking system. So they will be connecting with the other banks of their own branch only. And another bank may not be able to open into their or enter into their own private this one. So every bank is having their own secured transactions. Networkings are there. So different companies may use different ways of doing business. Next we have to study is about e-business versus e-commerce. Okay. So these two words we are very much familiar, like we are hearing these words like e-business or e-commerce. And we consider that both these things are similar or same. Okay. So we may think that both these things are same, but they are not same. Okay. So there is a slight difference between the e-business and the e-commerce. So we have to understand that. The first one, though many a times the terms e-business and e-commerce are used interchangeably, yet more precise definitions would distinguish between the two. Just as the term business is broader than commerce, e-business is a more elaborate term and comprises various business transactions and functions conducted electronically, including the more popular amount of transactions called e-commerce. E-commerce covers a firm's interaction with its customers and suppliers over the internet. E-business includes not only e-commerce but also other electronically conducted business functions such as production, inventory management, product development, accounting and finance, and human resource management. E-business is therefore clearly much more than buying and selling over the internet, that is e-commerce. So e-commerce and e-business both are, people will be considering both are same, but they are not same. E-business is a wide thing and e-commerce is a limited thing. Limited thing in the sense that e-commerce is just buying and selling of the products like Amazon. Okay, you are purchasing a product from Amazon, so it means that you are using e-commerce. Okay, you are part of e-commerce. Do you understand? So a company is making communication with the customers only for the purchase and sale of the products. through the communication made between the customers and the company for the purpose of selling goods. That is the part of thing, only thing included in the e-commerce. But e-business includes e-commerce also as well as other activities also. Okay, like production of the products will be there, marketing of the products will be there, or branding of the products, accounting of the transactions taken place, or human resource management. Every activity, entire business is included in e-business. Okay, entire business activities are conducted with the support of networking of computers. That is called e-business. Do you understand? Okay, so e-business is a big thing. Wide area is there, and whereas the e-commerce is just a part of the e-business. Okay, so we don't just understand that both are same, but e-commerce means that buying and selling of the products with the help of internet. But e-business means that it will be production of the products, transportation or storing of the products. Every type of business activity that is conducted will be included in the e-business. Okay. Next topic that we have to study is about the scope of e-business. How this e-business is having, how much scope the e-business is having. We have mentioned above that the scope of e-business is quite vast. Almost all type of business functions such as production, finance, marketing and personal administration, as well as managerial activities like planning, organizing and controlling can be carried out over computer networks. So the scope of the e-business is very wide, not just buying and selling of the products, but it includes all the activities of a business like production, marketing or finance or human resource management, personal management, planning, organizing, staffing, controlling. All the activities can be included in this category. The other way of looking at the scope of e-business is to examine it in the terms of people or parties involved in the electronic transactions. Viewed from this perspective, a firm's electronic transactions and networkings can be visualized as extending into three directions. That is B2B, which is a firm's interactions with the other businesses, business to business, B2B commerce. So there are, when you study we study that the scope of the business is very much higher, and here we are considering as a scope we are studying based on the two parties included or the parties or who are included in the business activities. Okay, so there are three types of businesses are there. First one is B2B. B2B means B means business. So business
To business.
to business. Okay, so this is the first one. Business to business means that it's like our school. Okay, it is considered as one company, and Teach Next is another company. So the transaction made between our school and the Teach Next company can be considered as a B2B commerce. It will be coming in the B2B transaction. Okay. Then next one is with another one is that B2C. That is a firm's interaction with its customers. The second one is B2C. That is business to customers. Okay. Then the third one is intra-B. That means within the business, inside the business itself. Okay. So there are three ways of transactions or three ways of communication is made. First one is called as a B2B commerce. That is a business to business. One business firm is making communication with the other business firm. Okay. Like if a production unit company will be there, they will be transacting with the suppliers. So they will be like if distribution center is there, they are having their communication with the suppliers will be there. So both of them are companies, they will be making. Or if like if a car manufacturing company, if you consider like a car is there, all the parts are not manufactured by if you Maruti car, if you consider, all the parts of the car is not manufactured by Maruti company. Okay, so it's a tire is manufactured by another company.